Hey guys, how are y'all? It's Nolan from B4 Barbecue, and today we're gonna go over brisket. I'm gonna show you guys how we trim, how we season, and how we cook. So here we go. So here at B4 Barbecue, we use rosewood wagyu. It's a phenomenal brisket, phenomenal product. It is a little pricier than most, but man, once you guys try it, you'll know why we use it. So we're gonna go ahead and cut into this bad boy. I'm gonna go ahead and get this opened. So one little trick I will recommend that we just did, just to help, is before we trim, we like to keep all of our briskets in the freezer for at least an hour to 2 hours. The colder the fat is and the meat is, the easier it trims. Especially with wagyu, this stuff gets super soft, super marshmallowy, very, very quick on the fat. So we like to make sure that everything is super trimmed, super cold. It'll definitely help you guys out at home. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first thing we do here is we like to knock out some of this fat. If you guys notice, the fat on these is like snow white. It's incredible. Knock off these super fatty, high fat predominant areas. See, and this trims so much better when it's cold like this. And guys, don't be afraid to scalp these things. I do this every day, every week, all the time for 4 years. I still scalp them. It doesn't really matter. We're not doing competition barbecue, guys. So don't be afraid, don't be pissed off or worried if you scalp them. I'm probably gonna scalp this one a few times. So when you scalp a brisket, if you don't know what scalping is, scalping a brisket is like what I did right here. Which that is, see where I took the fat cap down a little bit too low to the meat, because you always want to leave a 1/4 inch of fat on top of the meat on the brisket, because that anything more than that, it's not going to render and you don't want it super fatty. But you do want to leave some sort of fat to protect the meat on the brisket. So here, we kind of have a pointy edge. We don't want that. So we're going to go ahead and take that and smooth it out a little bit. We want everything to be round, smooth, no corners, no sharp edges. Not every brisket's gonna be perfect, guys. Some of them trim a lot easier than others. Like I said, these wagyus, the fat on them is so soft. Here, we're gonna flip it over to the bottom. You're gonna have this decal right here. You're gonna wanna make sure you cut that out. The fat is really good, and we use it for tallow, which we use in our beans. We also report back over the briskets during the cook process, which I'll show you that here in a little bit. So for the most part, guys, this is not the prettiest brisket. It's definitely not the best one I've ever done, but it gives you a really good idea of what a finished brisket should look like. So if you see right here, you have your mohawk right here. You can see where I did scalp it a little bit, about a 1/4 inch of fat left around it. We took off all the sharp edges, we smoothed everything, we rounded everything. And this is another reason why I like this wagyu, guys. Check this out. So I lay that sucker over like this. See how it just folds in half? A lot of you guys know about the bend test. Not only can I do it that way, I can fold it in half that way. One of the main reasons why we do spend the extra for our customers for the product that we're using. We'll knock a little bit of this fat off right here on the bottom. At the end of the day, that right there is gonna cook pretty damn nice. And that's it, guys. That's a finished product. So now I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like once we season it. We're gonna hit it with our B4 barbecue sauce as a binder. On all the other videos we've done, you've seen this is about what we do for the binder. Nothing crazy, nothing too extensive. Just enough to rub in, make that seasoning hold. We're gonna do the meat church holy cow first. It's a really nice thick, coarse, peppery seasoning that sticks well to the binder. All right, so we're finishing up here with this holy cow. As you can see, it sticks very well to the brisket, to the binder. It's nice and coarse, peppery. We've got to get our B4 seasoning to go over the top of that. We got that on there. Here, we don't normally season the bottom of the briskets. The bark is always built at the top. For the video, and I'm sure a lot of you guys like to season the bottom, we're gonna go ahead and do it. Finished wagyu brisket should be done here at B4 Barbecue with our B4 seasoning and our holy cow. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the second one here for you guys, so y'all can see one more time, but that's your finished product. All right, now that we got that one done, let's go ahead and jump into the second one. This is the lot bigger one. Guys, if y'all could just see the marbling on these wagyu briskets, it's crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and knock out the bottom part right here. We're gonna do the same thing here. We're just gonna try to cut all the top fat down to at least a 1/4 inch. Like I said, if you scalp it, don't worry about scalping it. It's not gonna hurt anything. So this part right here where the mohawk is, it's gonna have a big hunk of fat underneath it. You wanna make sure you get that off. Here we got a big old chunk of fat, I can tell. Get that going. See right here, you can tell we are still pretty thick right here. You want to get that down a little bit more if you can, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm trying to do this in angles for you guys that can see it a little bit better. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for this one. It's the finished product. As you can see, we knocked all the fat down to about 1/4 inch. We left the mohawk exposed. Everything's nice and rounded. We don't have any sharp edges. This brisket should cook very evenly. I'll show you guys real quick how that looks. Side view, front view, side view, back. There's both of our briskets, trimmed, seasoned, and finished. Let's see how those guys look. So now we're about to go put these on the smoker. This is our pit room where I'm standing now. We have our Bogline 1,000-gallon smoker here, and then we have our Jimbo Glass Austin Smokeworks. We use both of these pits for different items. Some days we use this one for brisket, some days we use this one for brisket. These cook at 250 to 275 for roughly 5 to 7 hours. The only thing that we worry about is building that bark, that smoke ring, and that flavor. That's when we know it's time to wrap. So once we wrap a brisket, the internal temperature on a brisket does not matter to us until the finished product, which we pull anywhere between 198 to 200 degrees. For you guys that are using a select brisket that's a lot lower quality meat, I would take that to like the 206. If you're using a prime, you could take that to about the 203 to 204. And if you're using a choice brisket, you're still gonna wanna be around that 205, 206. Our average cook time here on a brisket is 12 to 13 hours for a brisket at B4 Barbecue. All right, guys, so whenever you get smokers from Canada there, bud, this is what the briskets come off looking like, you know? This is what Canadian smoker does to a Texas brisket there, bud. What you know about that life there, eh? All right, guys, so we rested this brisket all night. We pulled it last night. It rested overnight, 12 hours. We rest them for as long as we cook them. Now I'm gonna show you guys the finished product of what a real Texas brisket is supposed to look like. I'm gonna go ahead and cut into this bad boy right here in the dead center. Getting that perfect slice. Guys, watch and follow for more.